Well then, I'll see you guys around. I'll make sure to drop by and say bye before I leave tomorrow. Thanks. You should give me a call sometime too. Good evening. How about we get together and have lunch tomorrow? Sounds good to me. See you tomorrow? I said I'll probably end up pulling an all-nighter tonight. Bye-bye! Yeah, too many questions from him. Too many. Oh, there you are! Oh dear. It's like it's not that different from the pink, but still. You know, Altina, Musée. And look, even Tita's here. I mean, the blonde hair doesn't really work on Altina at the moment because the lighting is like, it's not that different from what she normally is. Alright, I haven't said hello to anyone beside Musée yet. Good to see you, Yuna. It's been a while. You as well, Altina. Tita. And good to see you too. It's been 19 days since we last met. I think it's the lighting. It's not that different from what their normal hair's like. I was so surprised when I heard from George. Well, I excused myself earlier, so as to not intrude. Yep. But when I told Yuna and Altina you were here, they insisted upon coming by to say hello. Yeah, we promised we'd all get together. You, instructor. Why didn't you invite me? Oh, yeah, now that you mentioned, I probably should have. No, it's my fault. I should have let you all know I'd be stopping by. No, you've got nothing to apologize for, Elise. But hey, aren't we headed to Heimdall? Last train's going to leave soon, isn't it? Well, about that. At least we would be spending tonight at the dorms. What? For real? Yay! I suspected that might be the case. Will he perhaps be spending the night locked away with Instructor Rean in his room? Absolutely not. She'll be staying in the guest room tonight. I checked with the principal earlier, and in her words, Elise can stay for as many nights as she pleases. She would say that. But you said you were going to speak to the principal, but now you already have? When did that happen? Oh, in that case, Elise, instead of some boring old guest room, why don't you stay with us? You're fine with it, right, Ali? No objections. Commencing pajama party. No. She should stay with Tita and me. After all, I was her underclassman at St. Astria. Oh yes, I'd be more than happy to have her stay with us. This is getting way too noisy. This keeps going, they'll tear in too. Well, since you got the opportunity, why not take them up on their offer, Elise? I agree, but as a teacher, I recommend you don't stay up too late. In that case... I would love to join you all for the night. Oh, lovely. Name of the game, everyone. Yes?
Looks like you've kept this place clean. Though the building itself may be old, everything inside is well organized.
I'm sure you can thank Celestine for that. Don't have to go through the trouble of cleaning my room, though. I can take care of it myself.
Yes, I can tell. However, the hard-to-reach spots could use some attention.
Well, I've been pretty busy, you know.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I'll give your room a thorough cleaning tomorrow. There should be no problems, provided I get back by evening.
No, I couldn't possibly ask that of you. Since you came to visit, I should show you around.
Knowing you, you'll be working even on your off days, am I right? I don't intend to get in the way of you helping out your school or your students. I came to visit and volunteered to help out of my own free will, so please go about your business as usual.
Elise. Fine, you win. But we're eating breakfast and lunch together, at least. I won't let you get out of that.
I accept your conditions. Oh, and Rean, here are the letters from Father and Master Yoon.
Ah, thanks for bringing those to me. I guess Master came back to visit while I was away in Crossbell, huh? I'd like to see him, but I guess that's how it was meant to be. Why didn't Dad just send these directly to me?
Those letters weren't sent to me through the post office, but a shipping company. Perhaps he did it for your sake.
I see. Did you do that in case the letters were inspected? Does that mean there's sensitive information in them?
Rean? Did something happen between you and Father?
No? Why do you ask?
When you came home at the end of last year, there seemed to be something off between the two of you.
Triple dot.
I can't imagine what it might be, but did something happen at the end of the Civil War?
A lot of things happened at the end of the Civil War, yes.
And could that something have led to a rift between you and Father?
I'm glad to finally see you again, my son. You've grown into a fine young man. Indeed, the Empire will soon know of the Ashen Chevalier, the hero whose brave deeds allowed us to reclaim the capital.
There's no need to worry. We're not fighting or anything. I'm still Dad's beloved son. And him, Mom, and you are all my family. Nothing will ever change that. Well, we'll see about that, won't we?
Right.
By the way, anyone says something like that is always a red flag for me these days. Everything becomes a red flag for me if someone gets a bit odd. That's the best way of putting it. All done getting ready for your sleepover?
Huh?
Excuse us?
Everyone!
We just finished getting the bed all set up.
No, I don't like this hair at all.
I went and brought back some extra pajamas, too.
Oh, because I've sensed your presence there for some time now. His eyes.
Oh.
Told you he sends us.
Oh, don't act like you weren't just as curious as the rest of us, Altina. The Schwarz are siblings alone together. A forbidden delight sweeter than the finest confection.
Muse!
Oh dear.
Ah, that's it!
Oh dear.
It's been so long since you've scolded me like that, Elise.
You're all making way too much racket. Don't go around shouting in the halls. I'm trying to take a cat nap here and... Ow! What do you think you're doing?
You should join us, Celine. There are so many things I need to ask you.
Good thinking. I'm sure Celine has plenty of juicy details about our instructor's school days.
Juicy details? Oh, we're gonna have so much fun tonight.
Well, on that note, good night, Rean.
Have fun. Yeah, good night. Try not to stay up too late. Oh dear. I'm going to end this part eventually, by the way. The second I get a chance, I will. It's like, jeez. Going on for ages. I like to keep them snappy to half an hour. This may result in this part being late today because it will take longer to render. I need to change their hair back. It's just wrong. Oh, hello. Can't believe what an angel instructor Rean's sister is. The uniform is simply perfect and she's just so pure. She's the student council president at St. Astrius Girls' School, right? Kurt, go talk to her. Put that obnoxiously handsome face of yours to work and ask if we can join in too. Come on. I refuse. You guys know tomorrow's our free day, right? So that's Schwarzer's sister, huh? But I guess they aren't blood related. If that's the case, then... Now he's thinking, like, who's his father? Or mother? And both, technically. Dear Rean, it's been some time. Last I laid eyes on you was before you left for the academy, so 2 years ago? Tio showed me a recent picture of you, and I could tell at a glance that you've grown into a fine young man. I've no doubt you're a hit among the ladies, but knowing you, the popularity is going completely to waste. Dear oh dear. Truth be told, I must journey to the eastern half of the continent. Its plight grows worse by the day. The dragon veins are nearly depleted and the barren land spreads. It's a world wholly different from the west. Oh. I shan't return to Western Zumeria for at least half a year. I would have liked to see you before I left, but I suppose this is the goddess's will. I hear you earned yourself the title of Ashen Chevalier for your deeds in the Empire's Civil War. I'm sure there are many things which cause your hesitation, disquint in your heart. The power within you that led to seek my training, the mystery of your birth, your past. But you needn't worry over such things. The knowledge I passed down to you was that of the seventh form, the blade that brings a flash of light to drive back the darkness. Mastering this form is more difficult than any other. Do not know if you are even capable of such a feat yet. 10 years ago. This is why I chose you to be my final disciple. Not Cassius, not Aroi. I chose you, and you alone to be the final blade to complete the 8 leaves. In this time of turbulence, become that flashing blade which illuminates the darkness, even if for the briefest moment. I believe you and the comrades whose souls are intertwined with yours are capable of this. Bye for now. As I've returned from the east and we have reunited, I shall impart to you my final teachings. I'm very curious about the veins drying up, essentially. It's like, ooh, that's gonna push towards some, like, resource problems in future. It's definitely gonna spark further wars, etc. Yun Kafai. How does he always do that? Like, why are they being drained? He writes as though he knows everything I've done and sees right through me. Eastern Zumeria in recent years has grown barren and there's less and less fertile land to go around. Why? It's intriguing, isn't it? Sure, Master doesn't need me to worry about him. It's not my place to worry about him. I need to learn more about these veins to get a clear picture on that, really, don't I? The seventh form is void, emptiness, darkness. It's also a blade that brings a flash of light to illuminate that darkness. So he always told me that, but I think I'm finally starting to understand. I think it's a bit too much to call me the final blade to complete the 8 leaves. At the very least, I want to be strong enough to protect my friends and students. In order to do that, I need to overcome this wall. 8, though. Not 7. 8. I also got this letter from Dad. A letter he needed at least hand-delivered to me. Seriously, I'd like to end this part game. Come on. Dear Rean, it's been a while since we last talked, huh? About 6 months or so, I'd guess. Judging from your last letter, you seem to be well. I'm sure at least mentioned it, but Master Kafai visited Ymir in late May. He left a letter for you, so I sent it to Elise via a reliable source so she could deliver it to you in person. I'd also like to tell you that which I promised I would. I'm imagining by now you know about your birth father. Elise had her suspicions, but your mother and I immediately knew something was amiss when you last visited. First off, I need to apologize for not telling you sooner. I've known Gilliff Osborne for about 40 years. His family were commoners from the north, but his father and mine were acquainted. When he lost his family to an avalanche, we took him in. He was 13 years old at the time. I was only 5 then, so I looked up to him as an older brother. Once he was 17, he left Ymir and enrolled at Thors. After his graduation, he joined the army and was promoted at a remarkable rate. Because of this, the nobles took notice and tried to quash his rise through the ranks. This is why he's... you get that. You don't even need me to say. You know what I'm on about there. Even after my father passed on and I took over Ymir, Gilliff continued to keep in contact. Till that day, 14 years ago. It had been 3 years since I'd heard his voice.
I want you to take in a child. You must cut all ties with me and never speak a word of this to that child. I'm sorry, Teo. You're the only one I can turn to.
I accepted his request and immediately took a horse out to the place he told me. The rest, you should know. The moment I saw the child, I knew it was his. I knew Gilead was married and had a child. I'd even seen pictures. Seeing the child up close, he resembled his mother more than anything. Even so, I chose to forget all that and take that child in as a member of the Schwarzer family. Fortunately, Lucia agreed and Elise warmed up to him in no time. From then on, it all felt like a wondrous dream. The child grew up into a man any parent would be proud of. Of course, Elise was proud of her dear older brother as well. I knew he worried about the mysterious power deep within him, but he studied under Master Yun in order to get it under control. We, his parents and his sister, will always be proud of him. He's an irreplaceable member of our family. Much has changed since then, yet I know he is still the same young man we all love. My older brother, Gilead, was kind and dependable. I know he would not have left his child were there any other choice. That said, I would refuse to give you back to him. If it comes down to a bare-knuckle brawl between us, if I have no chance of winning even, I will never let you go. Above all, I wanted to make sure you knew this. That's why I wrote to you today. Sorry it took me such a long time to say it. Say hi to Elise for me. Sincerely, Dad. Triple dot. I'm so blessed to have such a wonderful family and friends. Yes, you are. And on top of that, I really should close my door. But now I have great co-workers and students. But I need to make sure I'm not over-reliant on them. You must know something about my powers. What really happened that day 14 years ago. Like I said, I've got my suspicions about that. It's got something to do with like what happened with his heart and Hemil. After my birth mother. Yeah, I've got some thoughts coming in my head about that. I don't want to talk about that yet. I feel that's probably going to be something that's brought up in this chapter, the way it's just brought up now. It's like it's sort of like the prelude into chapter 3 and what's going on. I feel that's going to be a significant thing soon. So I just want to keep my thoughts in that area for a while, but not forming anything just yet. P.S. Didn't contact me just once after the incident. It was simply as a request from the Imperial Chancellor to a local baron. 12 years ago, he asked me to introduce him to a young noble from the Alberea family, to whom I was teaching falconry at the time. In retrospect, I feel my introduction to him was a prelude to recent events, such as the Civil War and the occupation of Crossbell. It's possible this isn't relevant, but thought I'd let you know anyway. Ouroboros, Black Workshop, the Enforcers, the Jaegers, the Gnomes, and that masked man. And the Ironbloods he founded. Seeing more of the big picture little by little, but the truth is, still shrouded in darkness. Yeah, it's like we're getting all the pieces. Like, even my theories are like panning out and stuff like that, and it's like all of this makes sense. Like, this is this, this is that, this is this. It's like it's still building to one big point behind it all. It's like, and I think everyone else is still at this point. Even if you played all the games, it's like, why? Not the Osborne stuff. Like, why the whole thing? What is going on? I don't think we've got the. I don't know, because I haven't played COD Steel 4 or the other ones yet. I don't think, even after all that, we've got the answer to that actual proper question. It's like, we've got the pieces, we've got why this. It's like, well, this is part of this, and this is part of that, and that's part of that, and that's bigger part of this, but still haven't got to the end of that chain yet. Probably. If we have, what would be the point in carrying on? You know. Anyway. You need to light the way, Rean Schwarzer. Be the shining blade that cuts through the darkness. Indubitably. Yeah, I do like that some of my theories are basically already panned out in my head, sort of thing. Name of the game, everyone. Yes. It's a new day, everyone. Oh. I was expecting to wander around at night. That's thrown me off. I do plan to basically cut this one part that I've recorded in a big chunk into two, by the way, in case you're wondering why it's in two pieces and I keep going on about how long it is. It's like, because this was all one part till I cut it in two. Just decided while scenes were going on, it's like, you know what, I'm just going to cut it in two. Find a good point. Probably after the bar scene.
Here are today's requests.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Einheld Key PS course. I have a new trial for you. It's been designed based on data taken from the previous two. All members of Class VII and that talking cat will participate. Report to the Keep's control room as soon as you are ready. G. Schmidt. A very special lesson. I have a huge favor to ask, Rean. I need to step out and see something for a bit. Could you please fill in as a substitute teacher for my Sunday school class while I'm gone? Come see me at the chapel for details. Follow your dream job. Frankie. Realize what I want to do with my life. So today I'm giving everything I've got to getting my dream job. But before that, could I ask you about something? I'll be waiting at the bridge in town. Oh, looks like we've got quite a few this time. My word. You're still running around playing errand boy on top of all your teaching duties? You never change, do you, Rean? Is there anything I can do to help? I'll let you know if I come across anything I could use help with. That said, you've been just as busy as I have. I'm sure you get yourself some rest. You'll certainly want to talk, but very well. I shall rest up. I suppose I may as well if I'm to be staying here another day anyway. Because of this morning. Miss Lees, spend one more night here. It would wound my pride as an Erebonian noble if I were to let you leave without treating you to a feast. She sure knows how to get her way. Whose bright idea was it to make someone like her the principal? But it would be rude of me to decline such a generous offer. She contacted my school for me, so I'll be fine as long as I leave early tomorrow. Just go about your work like you usually do, Rean. Got it, thanks. Well, I'll be off now. Do be careful. Mr. Celestin, can you tell me where the tool storage room is? But of course, I'll guide you there. If you'll excuse us. I've got some errands of my own to take care of. There are some finishing touches that need to be done for the training, so let me know when you're headed to the keep. Sure thing. Thanks, Celine. Yeah, see you later. Alright, time to get going. I'll head to Professor Schmidt's place once I'm done with the other requests. You got a message on the Arcus too. Right, so, like I said, we are ending this part here. I'm not even gonna bother with the intro and outro bit in the middle. We'll just fade out and fade back into, out of that video into this video, etc. Because it's just that simple. It is one big... I mean, that's what I've been doing, essentially. I've just been more structured. It's I've been recording for an hour, cutting it in two, roughly. That was the plan, remember, because of the whole talking to everyone. It was basically, I'm doing hour parts, I'm just cutting them in two, so it's more spaced out. Because people like half-hour parts. I came to that conclusion ages ago, by the way, if you're wondering why we're doing that. It's because people like half-hour parts. They can... More digestible is the best way of putting it. The more digestible. They can take their time with it, jump in whenever they want. It's but if it's an hour part, it just doesn't feel right. So, I do it for them. Basically. But yeah, so... I need to go edit this video and cut it in half, basically. So that'll be two parts. It'll be lovely. And we'll see you in the next part when we wander around the free day. Well, let's actually look on the map to see who we've got our chances with here in terms of... Looks like we've only got 3 scenes there with them. Where's my Arcus button? There it is. But Elliot and Laura. I'm thinking... Well, no, why am I looking down there? It's I don't want them. I think we'll do Elisa's. One there, and out of these 3, I want to do Yuna's. I do want to do Muse's as well, so I think that's the 3 here, because I need to follow up with Yuna from the Crossbell stuff, and Muse, Might need to more thinkings of what's going on when we get to the theory part. So we'll see you in the next part when we wander around there. Ta-ta for now.